Today on Unity Motorsports Garage, you get to see Project Mixed Up Boss's block. Got it back from the machine shop. We got the decks evened out. We got everything deburred. It's ready to go together. Check my bearing clearances, so rock on. But I painted the lifter valley area, the timing cover area, and the crankcase area with my Glyptal paint, and I thought, you know what, it would be a good video to do describing why I do it, how I do it, and so on, and why I use Glyptal. First of all, you got to understand what Glyptal paint is. Glyptal paint was developed in the 1950s by General Electric for electric motor armatures and windings and things of that nature. Well, somewhere in the 60s, can't really figure out when, but it was either Smokey Yunick or Grumpy Bill Jenkins. There's some debate on that on the internet, and you can look into it if you want, as to who was the first one to use Glyptal inside of an engine, because they understood what properties this paint had, and they understood that it could add potential horsepower. Now, we're not talking like adding a ton of horsepower. We're talking, you know, up to 5 maybe, if you're lucky. But why would you paint the old lifter valleys and all of that? Well, as a cast iron block, the surface is really rough. And so, first of all, when you paint the lifter valley and all the areas of the block that sees oil, you're going to actually seal that surface up from what may be inside the cast iron. It may work its way out into the oil later on down the road. 2, it adds an oil drain back. It will actually make the oil drain back to the oil pan faster by having a smoother surface for the oil to slide down on. 3, the rough surface of the cast iron will actually aerate the oil as it's trying to make its way back down to the crankcase. With the rough textured surface, it will actually act as a tumbler for the oil, and it will create small miniature air pockets in that oil. And that's the last thing that you want to have happen with oil, is get it aerated. If you can eliminate that, that's a huge success. But one of the things that I found out about 20 years ago when I was working in an electric motor shop was a property that maybe Bill Jenkins knew about and Smokey Yunick, I don't know, but I discovered it when we were doing some testing on electric motors. Most people think that Glyptal as an insulating paint means electrical insulating. And while that's true, it also aids in heat insulation. While it is not much, it is very minor, it will actually aid in keeping heat into the block, in the cylinder where it needs to be, instead of escaping out into the lifter valley, into your intake, heating your charged fuel mixture going into the cylinders. So something to think about there. Now, Glyptal is not cheap. You know, you're going to spend probably $40 a can for the aerosol and probably about $50 to $60 for a quart can there. And I actually use both of them. I try to use the spray paint where I can, but for the places, the nooks and crannies that you can't get to with the aerosol, I use this and a small brush to go in there and brush it on. A lot of people will say that you have to bake this. Well, that's debatable, because I personally feel that once you put it on there and it cures, and then the engine goes through heat cycles, it will naturally cure itself. You will notice the color of it when you first put it in will be a little bit more red orangish color, but as time goes on, if you pull the engine apart, you'll notice that it has a darker color to it as it's been baked on. One of the key things about putting Glyptal or any kind of paint in your engine is you need to make sure that it is clean as possible. No oil, no dirt, grime, any of that, because the last thing you want to have happen is have this not have a good surface to adhere to, and then end up having that Glyptal clog up your oil pump pickup screen. So making sure that you have diligence in your cleaning, spray this thing down with water and soap and get out all of the oil residue that you can, so that you know that when you apply this, that it's going to actually bond to the cast iron and it's going to stay there for years. So I hope you find this video a little bit helpful. And so next time when you see an engine apart and you see that it's been painted on the inside, you know a little bit more about why that's done. So until next time, this is Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage. Catch you later.